Like what Megan is doing low key is reminiscent of Jennifer Lopez. And Jennifer Lopez caught the heat too. Actually, if some of y'all know about the heat Jennifer Lopez got, she first got it from Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx has a special called I Might Need Security. And he has a joke in that special where he says, J-Lo, hey ho.
Oh, now see.
I'm just a reporter. I didn't say I said it. Jamie Foxx said it.
What's going on? We are in the building.
In the building.
How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. I got my little sweater T-shirt on.
It looks like a muscle sweater shirt.
No, it was bigger than this.
Y'all, please.
But it got smaller. I don't know.
Did you wash it?
Nah, I dry cleaned. I'd be dry cleaning my clothes, but I don't know. Maybe New York dry cleaners be on some dumb stuff, but
I don't know nothing about that. All right. Well, today we're tapping into everything between confirmed dating rumors. Yeah, because now it's confirmed. We've seen the video. We've seen the pictures. It was like a hard launch and quickly. Generational wealth and SeaWorld turning into Rolling Loud. I'm a little, I don't know. I don't like that. We just gonna get into it all.
Yeah, I saw them topics. I'm like, oh, we doing it today. So today, hey, look, it might be a little fireworks, so make sure y'all stay tuned for this.
To be clear, I'm your host, Dawn Montgomery.
I'm your main man, FreddieBTV.
So before we get into this, actually, Coco Jones is engaged to Donovan Mitchell now.
I didn't even know that.
Where have you been? Like, dude, it's a whole dude that's on Twitter right now. Actively,
not half of a dude, but
a whole person. A real person, not a bot.
I did see this Coco Jones fiasco, but I didn't know it was Donovan Mitchell.
But it's not a fiasco, it's an engagement, bro.
Now people like going crazy about it.
Yes. Okay, so now it is a fiasco. Okay, got you. I got where you're going. But so, dude is really blocking everybody involved because it came, first of all, when the announcement was made that they were engaged, Buddy blocked Donovan Mitchell. He said he was sick of it, and he just blocked them, just randomly. And I was like, what is he blocking him for? And then I saw the announcement of the engagement. I said, oh, he likes Coco Jones. And then he went on to be like, oh, you're this basketball player. Oh, you make multi-million and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm gonna block you because I hate that. And it's a funny thing because we then find out later on in the day that Russell and Sierra had something to do with them meeting or hooking up or Russell helped him plan the engagement and all the things, right? Okay. And so the same dude blocked Russell and Sierra. And it's funny. And it's funny because we were talking about blocking people. I'm sorry, you got to do that. And granted, yes, he might not have ever had a shot. He's an average Joe, Shouts out to the average Joes. That's not shade, but he's an average Joe. He doesn't play. He's not a professional athlete. And so he feels some type of way because his crush is now with somebody else. So he's got to block people. So I bring that up just to say, most people are genuinely shocked by who Klay Thompson is dating right now. He's dating Megan Thee Stallion. It's been confirmed. Have you seen that at least?
Yeah, I mean, to your point, now I do get the blocking part. I will unfollow a girl, but not a famous. If you're famous, no, I'll just keep following.
No, I block them too. But
if it's a woman that I kind of know that I'm like, she cute, I'm like, ooh, and then she pop up with a man, she all lovey-dovey, unfollow. I'm unfollow.
Oh, you are
I don't need to
terrible.
Follow. But yeah, I just saw I saw somebody post. The internet is wild. Somebody posted Megan at a pool. Somebody zoomed
and all you could see
way
was the legs
in the back.
But you know what?
No, you see him on the chair, and somebody zoomed in, and they used AI to clear up because he's way in the back, and they was like, "That's Klay Thompson." I was like, "Who is doing this?"
I mean, honestly,
and then before
you could tell by the knees.
You showed me the video.
You could tell by the knees it was him. I'm sorry. I don't watch the NBA that much, but I think I could identify. A very light-skinned player's knees. It's
that's wild. But you showed me the video of her sitting in his lap with a thong on.
She was showing her little boo-boos or whatever them things is. And I think it's a cute little, relationship. And I think it's okay for her to date out loud. And I'm only saying that just because I think, the internet in general is always looking for something. I already feel it anyway. The internet in general is already looking for something, especially in regards to Megan, right? But when you look at women like Coco Jones or, you know, what's her name? Normani? Is that how you say her name?
Uh-huh.
Her and, just hell, Tiana Taylor. They are women that can move on from, some tough relationships or some situationships or whatever and
None
keep
of the
it
women
moving.
doing what Megan doing.
Okay, so what
They
does
ain't
that
doing what
mean?
Megan doing. Like Megan, what Megan is doing low key is reminiscent of Jennifer Lopez. And Jennifer Lopez caught the heat too. Actually, if some of y'all know about the heat Jennifer Lopez got, she first got it from Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx has a special called I Might Need Security. And he has a joke in that special where he says, J-Lo, hey ho.
Oh, now see,
I'm just a reporter. I didn't say I said it. Jamie Foxx said it.
Okay, so here's the thing.
But because he was on In Living Color with J-Lo when she was a fly girl.
I get it. And my thing is you all are very quick to call us a garden tool when y'all are using the same tools and things doing y'all stuff behind the scenes. It's just y'all not posting pictures with who you're really dating or who you're with and all the things. And granted, that might be how you operate. But if I am being loved out loud, I have no problems letting somebody know that I am dating somebody. Is she being loved
out loud or is she getting out loud?
She can do both. How about
look,
that?
You know what? Hey, look, I agree with that. She can do both. But, when it's time to find that man to really love you out loud, he may not be present. Because he may be like, you done been ran through.
And I think that that's a lie.
Now, I love Megan. Look, if I could be Klay, trust me, I would be Klay.
But you're not. So
you're right, I'm not.
The truth of the matter is that you all need to get beyond this whole standard that you guys put on what we can post and what we can share. And then the term ran through. Most men are more ran through than most women.
Very true.
So.
But women, y'all don't mind that though.
And y'all don't mind it either.
We do.
No. Anyway, so let's move it. Let's move it right on along because we'll be here all night, people.
Yeah, we will. I mean, but like I said, I'm all about I do what you do. I ain't tripping on whatever it is, but just understand what are the outcomes you want. So, some women want to be. Some women don't want to be married. They want to have a hot girl summer for the rest of their life.
That is okay.
If that's what you want to do, then it's totally fine.
Yeah.
You doing your thing. Now, but if you want to be married to a man that is of means,
I'm gonna tell you something.
Probably should not be Moneybag Yo,
all right,
Party,
right.
Klay Thompson. What was the other dude she was just dating?
It don't even matter.
You probably shouldn't be involved with all these dudes just like bang, 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 bang.
We're not gonna do that because I'm gonna tell you something. Who was outside before they got married and had a whole child? Before they got married? Me. And still got married, okay? And
we're not gonna do this again.
And we lasted a good decade. We lasted a good decade. That was probably one of the best decades of my life, to be honest with you. But when we didn't work out, it was just time to move on. And to be honest with you, I get proposed to consistently. And I'm not talking about internet where people are in my comments. Would you marry me? That's not serious. I'm talking about in real life. Like, that's something that I will turn down because I've already been there, done that, and I'm looking for something different, right? So I don't want everybody to think you can't be out here living your life and enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
Without having to still have that goal of maybe getting married. That's not necessarily a goal for a lot of people.
Let me ask you this, Dawn. The people who follow you, can they name 6 men that you've had sex with?
No.
Thank you. Now we can move on. Something else that's very weird in the news that I've seen is, you seen this by SeaWorld?
Listen. So let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what caught my eye because we talked about this during when we were getting ready for the show, right? And I'm talking about before this season even started, before the show launched. And remember, like Marco Polo was playing in the background. We were doing like our press shots and stuff like that, and we were laughing about that, right? That was one of the first songs that Soulja Boy and Bow Wow actually performed at SeaWorld. Like, and I'm like, y'all really doing Marco Polo?
Because he was in the video and they shot the video at where they shoot the video at?
I think it was called Whitewater.
Yeah,
like
Whitewater.
Off of South Cobb
So
or whatever in Atlanta.
It's kind of related.
I mean, is it related though? The Animals is playing Marco Polo, please. But no, they're hitting the stage, Yin Yang Twins, Fat Joe, and they're doing this during the summer. And I feel like, SeaWorld is really trying to turn into like a Rolling Loud, a Coachella type vibe type thing. But I'm going to be honest with you. SeaWorld knows we know what the deal is and how they treat those animals. We've seen the documentaries. You're not fooling anybody, okay? What do you think that they're trying to do with this whole, like, let's tap into the urban music market? Like,
at the end of the day, people trying to make money. And so people know that if you get black people popping with what you're doing, and especially you get black women on board with what you're doing, like, it's going to go. You know, because black women going to push. If black women start pushing something, it's going to go. And so, especially if you get black people, look at Tubi, what they doing. You look at Foxx back in the 90s. Fox, because it used to be a big 3. Now it's a big 4. And it's a big 4. Foxx is a big one of it because of black people. Because you can do what you want to do.
Too much in living color. Okay.
Right. Blew up Foxx.
But I also think, too, it's also a few black women that have platforms right now that are really calling out SeaWorld for their treatment and how they do the animals and things like that. And it's like, okay, you're not going to pull the wool over our eyes, in a sense. You know, like, we see this.
This is not genuine.
It's not genuine at all. Like, and then, too, even if there was someone black in leadership or something, or some type of position at SeaWorld, how come we don't know who that person is and why they created this? You get what I'm saying? Like, where's the backstory as to why you all are doing this and you're trying to tap into our market?
No, it happened. It's like black people didn't see it and like, oh snap, like, oh, that's what's up.
Do it.
We saw it and was like, hold on. Hold on, this don't smell good.
It don't smell good, but there's a few things. There's a couple more performers that people might actually turn up to go see, and it's like Waka, Flocka, Flame, Trina. What is she singing at SeaWorld?
And then also at SeaWorld, like, who is in the audience? I know ain't no kids in the audience when Trina get this, especially when Waka Flocka there.
Genuine.
I go hard in the MF and paint.
But
he goes stinking.
He goes hard in the water. Yeah.
What the F you thinking, N-word?
There's one where there's a I Love the 90s tour and the Turned Up tour. Like, come on now. Y'all playing with us.
But, you know, I can't knock the hustle with, you know, I'm assuming they getting the bag. I'm assuming they getting a nice check.
They're definitely getting the bag, you know, if we show up to support it. So should we support it or should we not? I'm telling you now, I'm not coming.
But this SeaWorld in San Diego, though, right?
I don't care where it is.
I think it's the one in San Diego, which ain't that many.
Go to the zoo in San Diego. That's probably the best place to go to. If you're going to go somewhere, go to the zoo. Not SeaWorld. All right.
You know who else making a bag? Your girl Angel.
Listen.
Angel is bagging up out here.
Sister girl be on top of it. Her and her team. And it's just one of the most beautiful things that I think we have been able to witness.
Can we have her team? I want her team.
Like, it's
her and Clip's team.
It's literally every time someone thinks they're hating on her or bringing up something that maybe she's falling short on or something like that, she's literally taking it and maximizing that moment. Like, you know, and I love everything about it. She's literally making history again. She's been named the cover athlete for the WNBA edition of NBA 2K26.
2K26.
Same thing. I'm trying to read it right. You know, we know how to read. Anyway, joining heavyweights like what's his name?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I don't know who he is.
It's SGA.
So is he the one who won the
MVP?
See, I knew that part. Oklahoma? No?
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing. Okay. And Carmelo Anthony on the other versions. On top of that, she debuted her Reebok shoe. Like, bro, super iconic. She got like a double moment. Not only is she getting the cover,
like
but
her team.
She's debuting her shoe. Like, literally her response on Twitter was, of course we do everything big. Why not debut my signature shoe on the cover of NBA 2K?
You know, when I saw this, I'm not even gonna lie. I saw that, I was like, man, what the hell? Why does Angel get this cover? That's what I initially thought. And so a lot of people was like, why is Angel getting this cover? But I went and did my research. I was like, hold on, let me go dig in. Because initially seeing this, I was like, because I'm thinking, like, why didn't Fee get the cover? Nafisa Collar.
Yeah.
Like, why because she is balling. But then I was like, let me dig it. Because the thing is you had Candace Parker the first one. You had Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi. They was on the next cover. Then Sabrina Ionescu, then Asia Wilson, my baby.
You know,
Asia.
Bam.
You know, Bam. Hey, look,
us.
like I said, you know, look, I still follow Asia. Even though I saw it with Bam, I was like, I ain't gonna let you go, baby. When y'all get married, then I clock out. You put that ring on it, you know what I mean? But I saw Angel initially. I was like, nah, kid, I don't know. And a lot of people were saying like, Caitlin Clark should have got the cover.
Absolutely
which,
not.
Which the thing is she got a cover. I wouldn't have been mad at it. She doing her thing.
Not. If she want to get the next one, by all means.
Boo-boo.
But we needed Angel to get it first.
But then I was thinking like maybe they could have both got the cover, kind of like
Absolutely
how Troy Polamalu. But then, like I said, I went and did the research.
Thank you.
And Angel is a 2-time All-Star, so she's actually like an All-Star in the game. She's like the fastest to a double-double. I think 400 points, 400. I think 40. I can't remember. She's like the fastest to a certain number of double-doubles. So she's definitely balling. Even though a lot of rebounds, as they say, offensive rebounds. They call them me-bounds. They call them me-bounds.
Anyway,
but she flipped it. No, but she flipped it.
She did flip it, and that's
flipped
my
that as
point.
well.
It's like she is able to genuinely capitalize on what is working for her or what is possibly working against her, right? And I think that is so super fucking dope. And I don't think that Miss CC needed her cover, but by all means.
I think, like I said, Fee, like Collier should definitely give a cover. And my favorite WNBA player of all time is Maya Moore, and she needs a cover. Like she left the game to do activist work. She really put her she backed up what she was saying. Like Maya Moore needs a cover. Like because Maya Moore, if she kept playing, Maya Moore would be the GOAT.
Well, if they
basketball.
give one to Maya Moore, then I need Cheryl Swoops to get hers.
No, Maya Moore was a monster.
We need
you friends with Cheryl Swoops, so we're not gonna do this. That's your friend. I get it.
So let's bring this into context. Not just friends, right? Let's talk about how there are some of our GOATs who were not recognized then that should be recognized now. So if we bringing up like other ones, let's bring in Cheryl Swoops. Let's bring in Shamika Holtzclaw. Like there should be like a legendary or like a GOAT cover or something like that. Exactly. Where we can have that as a memento.
Because NBA 2K did that with like the GOAT edition. Yeah. So I think
I would love that.
Like Maya Moore, you look at her from college to the NBA.
Yeah, I loved her.
Like what she did, if she kept playing, Maya Moore would be the Jordan of WNBA easy. Like nobody would be able to touch Maya Moore. She don't compare to Maya Moore. Look up Maya Moore. I'm telling you, look up.
Shamika, I love
look it up. But speaking of some GOATs though, Cenat is about to be like the GOAT of streaming.
So beyond the whole Target situation with him, we're gonna give credit where credit is due. I think it was super dope to see just him and other people being recognized. Like they're changing the game. They honestly are. And to see him on the cover of Time's 100 inaugural creators list for 2025, like I think that speaks to a whole lot. Like and especially for him. Like a lot of people do hate on him because of what he does. They think he's corny. They don't think that he's connecting with his actual audience, but he has a lot of people, and he's like that bridge that we would say between what we're starting to see him dealing with some of the older generation, like where he has Kevin Hart on, or he has like Drewski and like those type of people. Now Drewski's not old, but you get what I'm saying. Like Drewski, there's a lot of millennials who love Drewski, right? So, and a lot of us millennials are trying to get used to a Cenat and Speed and all of those guys, like because I'm like, my son is like, we need to watch this, and I'm like, child, I absolutely do not want to watch this. It's and then I sit down for a little bit, and I'm kind of like, now wait a minute, what is he talking about? You get what I'm saying? Because clearly he can reach my child. So I'm sitting there like, okay, so what is my child watching? What am I missing? What's the connection? How is he able to do that? And I think it's super dope because he's 23 years old. Cenat has 15 million followers. Let me tell you something. I don't even think I'm mentally prepared for something like that. Unless I have a team, which I do believe he has a team. We got to believe that he has that.
He definitely got a team.
But I think I also want to take the time to kind of give a shout out to some other folks that we recognize that's on this list. Like for the list of Titans, like they had Marquez Brownlee. MKBHD for all the people who watch him.
And
he's somebody who reviewer. I went for tech information. And my son, again, was somebody that was like, if you want to know more about your iPhone or whatever, you go here.
I watch him a lot.
Is it KB Lame?
Yeah,
KB Lame?
Yeah, KB Lame. That's the guy who doesn't speak. He just
he
just does that or whatever.
And he's hilarious. And then under the leaders was Gloria George. I recognize her content. She does a lot of beauty work, but she has challenged a lot of beauty brands because of her skin, tone and all of the things. And like, she's like, yeah, no, you don't have the shade. You don't have the range, all the things. And then we have Shirley Raines, who to me is super dope. She's 57 years old and she's an activist. And I think that lets you know that everyone has something for their age group or their generation, right? But the phenoms list, I really like this. The phenoms, Keith Lee, phenoms, the Keith Lee. Like I have to say the Keith Lee because he is literally a walking brand. Like I love him. We mentioned Speed a while ago. Quenlin, you know who that is? Quen Blackwell. No, beautiful girl. And Wisdom can dress everybody down. Like he is literally like, you give him a concept. The man, my favorite video of his, of Wisdom's, is when he dressed in fonts. People were like, I want to see you dress in fonts. And he gave you literally the fonts, but in clothing. Like, oh.
I want to see what wingdings look like then.
Who?
Wingdings.
What is that?
That's that font. Everybody know that font. That ain't like letters. It's like, man, what is that? It's wingdings. It's a bunch of images.
I can't. Then also, I don't want to forget. Jordan Howlett was on there, and we met him.
Yeah, he was at our release party.
Our release party for Okayplayer. And then give a huge shout out to Michael Threets, who is our favorite librarian, who literally has been pushing like for PBS to still be operating and all the things. And one more person, the Black Forager, Alexis. I love the gardening stuff. I love the farming stuff. I love all of her content, and I think it's just super dope that we are like, we're not a monolith. Like we can be all things. And so I think it was just super dope to see those people on that list.
Yeah, for sure. That was a great list. But somebody who probably need to be on the list that wants to be on the list is my grandma.
You know what?
She be Facebooking me stuff, and I'd be like,
that segue was terrible.
My grandma be on Facebook heavy now.
But does she want to be on Times 100 creators or
she thinks she can be,
list?
even though she put like my grandma put like 5 spaces in between each word, and I'd be like, how do you put so many spaces?
Grandma, shouts out
in between
to you.
Each word? This topic right here burns my biscuits.
Not burns your biscuits. I usually say burns my grits, but anyway. So we listen and we don't judge because
we judge.
Y'all know I'm a Twitter girl.
Oh my God.
And I saw a tweet, and I just want to kind of read it real quickly. It's from @JustAFamilyMan_. He said, a lot of Black families are quietly losing the most valuable asset they own, and that is their grandparents' home. And it's not always because they're being scammed. It's often because no one in the family has a plan. So let's talk strategy, since this is dear to my heart. Then he has this thread. He's talking about all of the different things that you can quite possibly do. I think that it's amazing that we keep having this conversation almost like at least maybe quarterly every year. And I've noticed that since back in like 2020, 2021-ish. And I think also too, within the past decade, we've seen more private developers and private companies trying to come in and see certain land around the South. And in the South, a lot of times it's not discussed whether or not there's a will or there's a family trust that was created to protect said assets. So how does that make you feel hearing not only just that tweet, but also knowing what you could possibly be losing in your family?
Thing is, man, it's so disappointing because like a lot of these developers are, our Caucasian brothers and sisters. And they come in like these different places, especially with gentrification that, like different Black people own stuff. And they throw around these figures. And a lot of Black people in these environments, they see what this house sold for and their eyes turn into dollar signs and their brain just goes. So
and a lot of times they're selling for less and they don't realize that.
They're selling for less in the moment and in the future. Because if somebody offer you $500,000, like you got to know your worth. But unfortunately, a lot of Black people and Black families don't know their worth because we've been devalued all our life. And so you just get used to it. And that's that PTSD I'm talking about. Like, for example, like my family.
Okay.
My grandmother is living in a house in Nashville, Tennessee. And it is in the bed of gentrification, right near Fisk University and Tennessee State University. And its houses going for like $500,000, $1 million where she's at. And her home, she bought it for $80,000.
I was fixing to add, I know it was less than $100K.
$80,000. Right now, the thing is she has a house, because she has a reverse mortgage. And so the thing is, reverse mortgages, you can qualify for that when you get older, because older people have fixed income. So reverse mortgage is when the government pays your mortgage, but you have to keep up the taxes and the upkeep of your house. So that's what she's been doing.
And that sounds reasonable.
Right. So, but the thing is the houses that are selling for $500,000, $1 million, they have been remodeled and redone.
Yeah.
Her house has not.
So the
and
value.
So her value is, her house is only by like $350. But she thinks that she can get $500,000 for the house. So she wants to sell the house, get that little bit of money, and then split it up over her daughters, which would be like, 15, 20K after the reverse mortgage is paid off, which ain't no money.
Right, gotcha.
And so I'm trying to come in like, hey, we need to keep the house. But what you run into is a lot of families just, I don't feel like dealing with it. It's just a lot because you're talking about it's different. It's different. Like you got to be financial. You got to have financial literacy. You got to have real estate literacy and stuff like that, and then know how to get it and be wanting to get it. A lot of people, it's just too much for because when you, like a lot of people grew up in poverty and it's like stuff was easy. You make the money and go pay the bills. But it's like, if you really want wealth, you got to do the work, kind of like with other people we've talked about. And my family doesn't want to do the work, my mom and her sisters. And it's like, well, get a house to meet in.
Yes. So here's the thing. To me, I don't necessarily think that it's one of those things where people are just trying to shy away from the conversation. I don't think they know how to have the conversation. Does that make sense?
And that's why they shy away from it.
Well, I get it, but there could be people like you that know and can lead those conversations and start saying, hey, we need to have a strategy, because what if something happens to grandma tomorrow? There's no will. There's nothing that specifically says that this house needs to be passed down to Freddie B or to Freddie B's mom or to her sister, right? And if it's not specified who the house goes to, guess what? It's up for the courts. And now y'all got to go to court to fight for said house. And so to me, like, I had to run into a situation before the pandemic, right when I was getting ready to have my daughter. There was a few times that we thought I was going to, right? I hate to use that word, but it's because the pregnancy was so hard, right? In the episodes that I had during that time.
Okay, you pregnant.
And so, yes, all the issues.
I thought you meant like somebody would come get you.
So this is what got me started in making sure that I had a plan for my entire estate. Now, I wasn't living in no big house, having 3 or 4 cars or all the money, but I had enough things that are assets that I own that I needed to make sure that my oldest son could get access to that my middle son could get access to that. And even if my child lived beyond the pregnancy and I didn't, it's like, okay, is she taken care of? Is she protected, right? And so literally I had an attorney, her name is Shannon Wilson of Legacy Legal ATL. I had her come physically into my hospital room and talk me through a new will, a new advance health directive, and start the discussion of talking about a trust. My mom was in the room, my aunt was in the room, and this was the first time in our entire family, on this side of my family, was that conversation ever really had. And so we don't have a grandma's house that everybody can go to. So currently I'm on the path of trying to build something in Mississippi to where it's going to go into my trust, to where that's going to be the new, like my mom's house, basically. That's going to be grandma's house, right? So creating that and having that conversation, those are tough conversations to have. But when those of us who know, we got to put pressure on our elders to make a decision.
You're going to pass away. You're going to pass away. So when you pass away, the things that you own, where do they go? When you start owning things, you should have a will. Like, where does it go? Even if you have paintings,
you have a very vast and robust shoe collection. I'm guaranteeing you that you don't want nobody taking it to Goodwill when you are gone. You want to make sure that maybe somebody can have that, even if it's something that they can put up and hold to maybe resell or something like that. You want to pass that down to somebody. Right. That's something that you can put in a will. And most people have these things. And I'm like, it's just very, very hard to kind of see how there are a lot of people who are over 21 who don't have wills. Now, to be honest with you, I started having wills at 21 because that's when I had my first child. As soon as I had my first child, I was like, let me put it on here. Let me make sure I got my plans and stuff together. And for every 3 to 5 years, I've updated my will to reflect where I am in life, or to add things or to take away things. I honestly have it in my recent will when I turned 40, right? I'm 41. So this was last year. I put in the DJ set list for my funeral arrangements. Like, y'all not finna play with me. You not finna be sad. Y'all finna party up. You get what I'm saying?
Last thing I want to say is people talk about generational wealth. Generational wealth also implies that once you get in your elderly age, once you like past 65, 70, like you should be doing things to set up the other generation, the generation behind you. You still should not be trying to do for self. You done lived your life.
And we can do that now. You can
Right.
start early. You can start early.
You
but
live
by
your life.
that age, you should have a plan.
Yeah, you live your life, you do your thing. But once you get about 70, you still should not be like, well, nah, I want to do this. Like, no, you got that's generational wealth. If you do things for yourself and you use up the resources to take care of yourself, then you leave nothing for the generation behind you. There is no generational wealth.
Right.
If you are over 70, you lived your life. Set up the other generation so they can have something, so they can stand on the shoulders of giants and to go higher. That's why Black people don't have nothing. Let's get to the outro. I'm getting emotional. I'm getting very emotional.
I felt the heat. With that being said, drink your water. And make sure that you have those tough conversations with your grandparents, whether they're both living, one's living, what have you. And if they're gone, have those conversations with your parents and their siblings. Start now.
And make sure, you date whoever you want, but just know, dating don't mean effing.
Oh, you
Stay clean out there, folks.
do what you want to do. Please get tested. To be clear, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe, and please share. And if you have some comments that you want to tell us, like, we want to hear from you.
Yes, we want to get into it. And hey, look, Okayplayer. Shout out to y'all. My Okayplayer family, always loving and supporting us. And next Tuesday, we'll holler at you. Right back here, baby. Peace.